Johnny Mnemonic, 1995, from sci-fi dream to box office flop, cyberpunk and action. Imagine a world where a high-tech courier carries data that could change the course of humanity. That's the premise of Johnny Mnemonic, a film that promised to be a groundbreaking blend of cyberpunk and action. But what happened to this ambitious project? How did it go from a promising adaptation to a box office flop? And how did it pave the way for The Matrix? Let's dive in and find out. In 1981, William Gibson's short story, Johnny Mnemonic, introduced readers to a futuristic world where data couriers like Johnny carried crucial information in their minds. This story, along with Gibson's novel Neuromancer, laid the foundation for the cyberpunk genre. Fast forward to the 90s, and director Robert Longo, a fan of Gibson's work, decided to bring Johnny Mnemonic to the big screen. His vision was clear, a gritty, low-budget tech-noir film inspired by classics like Alphaville and La Jetée. But the 90s were a different era for filmmaking. Longo's initial vision clashed with the studio's desire for a big-budget blockbuster. After a series of financial maneuvers, Sony Pictures acquired the rights and pushed for a more commercial approach, aiming to rival the success of Total Recall. The result? A film that struggled to find its identity. The casting process was equally tumultuous. Keanu Reeves, fresh off the success of Speed, was cast as Johnny. Dolph Lundgren, Ice-T, and Henry Rollins joined the ensemble, each bringing their unique talents. But the studio's interference didn't stop at casting. Longo's original editor was replaced, and his choice for cinematographer was scrapped due to tax incentives. The film's production became a battleground of creative differences and studio meddling. The film's plot revolves around Johnny, who has 380 gigabytes of data implanted in his head. He must unload it within a day to avoid fatal consequences. Along the way, he encounters a cast of characters, including a bodyguard named Jane, a former doctor named Spider, and a sadistic hitman named Carl Honig. The story is a mix of action, drama, and a touch of humor, but it's the behind-the-scenes drama that truly makes Johnny Mnemonic a fascinating case study. Despite its promising cast and intriguing premise, Johnny Mnemonic opened to a disappointing $7.4 million during Memorial Day weekend 1995. The total gross was a mere $19 million against a $26 million budget. Critics panned it for being confusing and outdated, and it currently holds a 20% score on Rotten Tomatoes. But over the years, Johnny Mnemonic has gained a cult following, and in 2021, director Robert Longo finally released a black-and-white cut that aligns more closely with his original vision. The film's legacy is bittersweet. While it failed commercially, it paved the way for The Matrix, which used Johnny Mnemonic as a template. The Wachowskis noted that producers preferred familiar concepts, and Johnny Mnemonic provided that familiarity. For fans of cyberpunk and action films, Johnny Mnemonic remains a fascinating piece of cinematic history, a testament to the struggles and triumphs of filmmaking in the 90s. One of the film's standout moments is Johnny's room service tirade, a scene that perfectly captures the film's themes of frustration and escapism. It's a moment that Longo and Gibson are particularly proud of, and it's a highlight in an otherwise troubled production. So, what happened to Johnny Mnemonic? It's a tale of creative vision clashing with commercial expectations, of a director's dreams being reshaped by studio demands. But it's also a story of resilience and legacy, of a film that, despite its flaws, left an indelible mark on the genre. And for those who appreciate the raw, unfiltered side of filmmaking, Johnny Mnemonic is a must-watch.